In a world that constantly demands more from us, more work, more responsibilities, more success, how often do we stop and ask ourselves, what if freedom is found in letting go? The concept of detachment is one of the most profound and liberating teachings found in both Stoicism and Taoism. It's a principle that says, true freedom comes from releasing the attachments that bind us, whether those are to material things, to people, to outcomes, or to our own expectations. In this video, we will explore the powerful mental law of detachment. We'll dive into its deep roots in Stoic philosophy and Taoist wisdom, and discuss how practicing detachment can lead to mental clarity, emotional peace, and true inner freedom. We will also uncover how letting go isn't about losing control, but rather gaining control over our minds and lives. Let's explore how this ancient practice can reshape your life today. Part 1. Understanding detachment. What it really means. At its core, detachment is the art of releasing your grip on things that you don't control. In modern life, detachment is often misunderstood as indifference or a lack of care. However, in both Stoicism and Taoism, detachment means freedom from attachment to outcomes and the ability to accept whatever comes your way with grace. The Stoics taught that attachments to external events are the root of most of our suffering. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed, don't feel harmed and you haven't been." This speaks to the core of Stoic detachment. We cannot control external events, but we can choose how we respond to them. Detachment allows us to remain calm and rational regardless of life's challenges, freeing us from emotional chaos. In Taoism, the concept of wu wei, or effortless action, mirrors Stoic detachment. The Taoists teach that by letting go of resistance and aligning ourselves with the natural flow of life, we experience peace and mental clarity. Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, wrote in the Tao Te Ching, "If you want to be given everything, give everything up." This teaching encourages us to release our attachment to control, material possessions, and even our identity, aligning ourselves with the universe's flow instead of fighting against it. If this shifted something inside you, hit subscribe. We do this every day. Part 2. The negative effects of attachment. In today's world, we are constantly encouraged to attach ourselves to things, people, success, and status. Social media amplifies this, pushing the idea that happiness comes from external validation, the approval of others, and material success. But attachment to these things can lead to suffering because they are transient, unpredictable, and ultimately outside our control. When we attach ourselves too strongly to outcomes, we find ourselves in a cycle of expectation and disappointment. If we don't get the result we want, we feel angry, frustrated, or even defeated. Think of an example. Perhaps you've worked hard for a promotion at work or success in a project. You expect that success will bring you fulfillment and happiness, but when the promotion doesn't come through or the project fails, you're left feeling empty or disillusioned. This attachment to specific outcomes keeps us in a constant cycle of wanting and never feeling enough. By detaching from outcomes, we free ourselves from this cycle of expectation and disappointment. We become able to live in the present moment, accepting whatever comes and finding peace even in failure. Part 3. The Stoic practice of detachment. The Stoics viewed attachment as a source of mental and emotional slavery. They practiced voluntary detachment, training themselves to release their dependence on external circumstances. One famous Stoic exercise is called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This practice involves mentally preparing for potential difficulties, setbacks, and losses before they happen. This doesn't mean obsessing over the negative, but rather acknowledging the impermanence of things and accepting that life is full of unpredictability. By mentally preparing for loss or failure, we can approach challenges with equanimity, knowing that our happiness does not depend on the outcome. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, put it perfectly, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this way, Stoic detachment is about recognizing that our emotional well-being comes not from what happens to us, but from our ability to remain centered and calm despite life's fluctuations. Part 4. Taoist Detachment, Wu Wei and Effortless Action. Taoism offers a complementary approach to detachment. Wu Wei teaches that the path to inner peace is through effortless action, doing things without force, without resistance, and without attachment to outcomes. It's about acting with the flow of life instead of against it. Imagine trying to paddle a boat upstream against a strong current. It's exhausting, difficult, and often fruitless. But if you let go of resistance and allow yourself to flow with the current, you'll find that the ride becomes much smoother and the journey becomes the goal. Similarly, in life, when we stop forcing things to happen, when we stop resisting life's natural flow, we align ourselves with the Tao, which leads to peace, balance, and wisdom. Part 5. How detachment leads to mental mastery. Detachment is not about abandoning your responsibilities or desires, it's about shifting your relationship to them. When you practice detachment, you stop being controlled by your desires and instead, you control how you respond to them. This leads to mental mastery because it frees you from emotional reactivity. Let's break down how detachment enhances mental mastery. 1. Emotional resilience. When you stop attaching your emotions to external events, you become emotionally resilient. You respond to life with clarity instead of reacting impulsively. 2. Mental clarity. Detachment clears the mental clutter of worry, expectation, and desire. It gives you the space to focus on the present moment, leading to greater mental clarity. 3. Freedom from anxiety. Anxiety often stems from fear of losing something, whether it's a relationship, job, or goal. Detachment removes the fear of loss by teaching you that happiness doesn't depend on external things. 4. Focus on what you can control. Detachment helps you focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions, while letting go of what you can't. Part 6, How to practice detachment in your life. 1. Let go of attachment to outcomes. Practice releasing your attachment to specific outcomes. Instead of obsessing over achieving a particular goal, focus on the process and the steps you can take today. 2. Practice gratitude. Detachment is not about renouncing everything. It's about appreciating what you have. Practice gratitude for the things you currently have, while accepting that nothing is permanent. 3. Release control over others. Let go of trying to control people or situations around you. Understand that you can't change others, but you can control how you respond to them. 4. Mindful awareness. Be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Practice awareness of when you are becoming too attached to something or someone, and gently detach yourself from the need for that thing. 5. Embrace the present moment. The most powerful form of detachment is being fully present. When you live in the moment, you stop obsessing over the past or future and you experience the peace that comes with acceptance. Conclusion. Detachment equals freedom. The law of detachment is a powerful mental principle that leads to true freedom. It frees you from the emotional chains of attachment and opens the door to mental clarity and inner peace. By practicing detachment, you learn to let go of expectations, resistance, and the need for control. Remember, detachment does not mean indifference, it means freedom from the things that bind your thoughts, your emotions, and your peace of mind. By mastering the art of detachment, you unlock the power to live life on your terms, calm, focused, and in alignment with the natural flow of life. If this video resonated with you, hit subscribe, share it with someone who needs to let go, and comment below, what's one attachment you're going to release today?